Hey everyone, welcome back to Rice PTE. Today, I'm going to give you a simple three-step formula to correctly answer even the most difficult fill in the blanks in reading section. What's your target PT score, by the way? Let me know in the comments. Before I start, I have a request. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel. Now let's begin. Step number 1 of this formula is to understand the context. Before filling in any blanks, it's crucial to understand the overall context of the passage. Here's how you do it. Start by reading the entire passage quickly to get a general idea of the topic and tone. Don't worry about the blanks just yet. Look for keywords and phrases that are repeated or seem important. These often hint at the central theme or idea. Pay attention to the structure of the passage. Are there contrasting ideas, a cause and effect relationship, or a sequence of events? Recognizing these patterns can give you clues about what type of word might fit in the blanks. Let's look at an example. Here's a passage. The weather has been very blank lately. It rains in the morning and is sunny by the afternoon. So from this, we understand the context is about the weather and its variability, as it says it rains in the morning and is then sunny in the afternoon. So, the weather has been changing or has been variable. Therefore, words like changeable, unpredictable, or variable might fit in the blank. Now you see why it is so important to understand the context by looking at the word and sentences before and after the blank. Now, let's have a look at step number 2. That is, analyze the blanks. Now that we have a general understanding of the passage, let's focus on the blank themselves. Here are 3 ways to do this. First, look at the words before and after the blank. The words immediately surrounding the blank often provide the best clues. They can tell you whether the missing word should be a noun, verb, adjective, or adverb. Second, consider grammatical structure. Ensure the word you choose fits grammatically. For example, if the blank is preceded by a, you will need a singular noun. Third, think about meaning. Make sure the word you pick makes sense within the context of the sentence and the overall passage. Here is an example. She was so blank that she couldn't stop smiling all day. Here, the words so and that indicate the blank should be an adjective describing a state of being. Words like happy, thrilled, or excited would fit well. Now, it's time for our final step, that is step number 3 of this formula. That step is eliminate incorrect options. That means it's time to narrow down the choices. There are a few ways in which you can do this. 1. Remove obvious mismatches. Eliminate any options that clearly don't fit grammatically or contextually. Second, check for synonyms or related words. Sometimes the right word is a synonym or a word related to other words in the passage. Anything that is too different can be eliminated. Third, use logic and common sense. Finally, use your logic and common sense. Options about food in a passage about pollution are clearly not correct. They can be eliminated. Let me give you an example. The chef was known for his blank dishes, which combined flavors from different cuisines. Options are A. Ordinary. Option B. Boring. C. Unique. And last option is bland. First, we can eliminate ordinary and boring because they don't match the positive tone of the sentence. Bland doesn't fit with combined flavors from different cuisines. So, the best choice is unique. And there you have it, a simple but highly effective 3 formula for answering reading fill-in-the-blanks questions in PTE. Remember, first understand the context, then analyze the blanks, and finally eliminate incorrect options. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so that you never miss an update. Drop a comment below with any questions or topics you would like us to cover next. Thanks for watching and happy studying. Bye.